The following review is intended for entertainment purposes and targeted for adult fans of the series.
Eclipta has successfully summoned Dark Spectre, the Coinless and Draken's forces are waging open war on each other, and something else is happening too. Hello there, heroes. I'm the Pumpkin Ranger, and welcome to another comically long review. For 54 issues, and this one, the 55th, the story of the MMPR has taken place primarily in one book. Sure, we had a prequel story that took place in another book, and we've introduced another team in this book, but everything happening now for the MMPR happens in this book. After this issue, that will no longer be the case. Last time, Lord Zed played another card in his Dark Ranger's hand, presenting his team of evil rangers with their very own Zords, the T-Zords. Will the Power Rangers be able to deal with this on their own? Or are they going to need a little bit of help from the most unlikely of sources? Let's find out by taking a look at Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue number 55, Second Chance. Please make sure you're subscribed to my channel to see all of my videos. Ring the bell, get your notifications set up so you're notified of whenever I post brand new videos. And if you'd like to lend any financial support to my channel, please consider checking me out on Patreon or Ko-fi at Orange Ranger Videos. Did I say the last book in a series? That's an event comic. Let's crank out those variant covers, people. The main cover kind of spoils the big reveal, but I guess the story has hinted to it well enough. That's right, all 7 of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers are on the cover, including the new Green Ranger, sporting a new look, some more gold and slightly spikier armor. The foil helmet cover may be the most appropriate of all, Lord Draken holding a battle-damaged Green Ranger helmet. Hey look, the trading card cover is also Draken. Weird detail here though. The spikes on his helmet seem to be pointing straight up and straight out. Simple Man's Comics and 616 Comics get a leaping new Green Ranger. Beautiful shot, especially the Dragon Dagger, which is beautifully detailed. This one is interesting. There's a service called Comic Tom's Mystery Mail Call, one of those mystery box services where you get a randomly selected graphic novel and 4 to 7 comic books each month. This is an exclusive cover for that service. A very realistically detailed drawing of the classic Green Ranger with the evil forces looming large around him. Heat Seekers Comics gets an interesting variant. The Green Ranger is actually beautiful, quite shiny too. It's the background that's weird, a series of purple triangles. Wicked Gator Comics gets another new Green Ranger cover, them stabbing right at us with lightning in the background. However, take a glance at the Dragon Dagger. The blade curves at the front. First time I've seen it with a curved blade. And Joel's Art Collectibles, of course, gets their own variant, the new Green Ranger standing in front of the Dragon Power Coin. Lord Zed speechifies as the T-Zords wreck Angel Grove, talking about how humans think we're so important, but we're just little meaningless creatures, blah, blah, blah. See, this is what we're here for, the Thunderzords and T-Zords throwing down. Again, Rita in red must go against Tommy, so that dictates a color mismatch of Rocky's Red Dragon Thunderzord taking on Finster's pink T-Zord. As Rocky goes crashing into a building, the black T-Zord attacks Adam's Lion Thunderzord. Babu has an interesting bit of dialogue, actually, saying he had long ago accepted that he is not a fighter, but with these new powers, he has to admit that it's fun. Adam tries to make it less fun, but Babu's T-Zord goes scrom nom nom. There's also a numerical mismatch, so let's use that to devalue the 2 female Rangers, yay! Having them fight together, taking on Goldar's flying T-Zord, which, interestingly enough, he seems to be flying alongside Is that the justification, Boom, that this is 2-on-2? Aisha tries to fry them, but they dodge and she hits Kim instead. The Unicorn Thunderzord is fast enough to dodge, but Billy realizes the Rangers are outmatched, calling Grace. He tells her it's time to activate the Green Protocol. She wants him to be sure, since once they go there, there is no going back. But he says they are now in that worst case scenario that was mentioned earlier, and they no longer have a choice. She asks Andrea if they're ready, and she confirms that it's going to be tight, but she thinks they'll make it. She leaves to go make a house call. Speaking of Rita and Tommy, she's got the monologue fever too, telling Tommy how his story was always destined to end with him broken and beaten on his knees before her. I love Tommy's sass with this line. Yeah, keep talking, sweetheart. I've heard this speech before. All the Terrorzords are in control of their fights, but hey, let's take some inspiration from Scrozzle and add a little bit of that razzmatazz. The Terrorzords combine, forming the Mega Terrorzord, which looks like a dark, evil version of the Thunder Megazord. Anything you can do, we can do better. So the Rangers form the they form the Mega Tigerzord with Rocky's Zord in battle mode. Yeah, but if any of you guys want to come over here and help me pilot, it's just I'm all by myself, so... I was actually starting to wonder if I was going to sneak a cutaway gag into this video, but I actually hate that line. It just displays a complete lack of confidence that I don't attribute to Rocky's character. That's Rocky's Zord. He is the most qualified to pilot it. He shouldn't need any help, and he shouldn't want any help. The Stone Canyon Trio are not that new to this anymore. Just because Rocky never led the team doesn't mean that he was meek. The energy levels are off the scales, which happens so often I'm surprised that the scales haven't been expanded. So Zordon tells Alpha to boost the Zord's power. Not sure why the Zords aren't always running at peak energy. Maybe that's dangerous or something. And meanwhile, he'll send a message to the Omega Rangers. Meanwhile, downstairs, Draken talks to Saba when Grace makes herself known. For some reason, she has 3 entire minutes before Zordon detects her, so they do need to talk fast. For once, he's found someone he doesn't want to talk to, probably because he knows that he can't intimidate her, but she knows how to get under his skin, calling him Tommy. She points out how pathetic he is right now, a powerless coward, useless to the few who even remember him. When she mentions that it doesn't have to be that way, he realizes she's offering him a chance at redemption. She says she knows him and what he really wants, so he has 2 choices: stay in that cell and rot, or answer this question. What are you willing to become to get out? Meanwhile, the Zord fight does not go well for the Good Rangers, as both the Mega Tigerzord and the Red Dragon Thunderzord are smacked around by the Mega Terrorzord. As their victory seems imminent, Lord Zed is quite pleased. He tells the Rangers to release their full power and destroy the city. Finally, there's nobody left to stand in his way. But that sure is an interesting shadow just there. Go, Green Ranger, go! Lord Zed is understandably confused, and the two fight. Zed can detect that this Green Ranger is powered by chaos energy, not grid energy. So Zordon is not responsible for this. The green chaos crystal flies out of Zed's hand, and the Green Ranger goes after it. Zed says they'll both be killed, but they stab into it anyway, lancing them both with white energy beams and causing a massive explosion. Meanwhile, the Mega Terrorzord is ready to carve the Rangers like a turkey, but then they lose power. Their Zords stop moving, giving the Rangers a chance to finish them off. The Mega Tigerzord fires the Firebird in that amazing finishing move it has, and the Mega Terrorzord is destroyed. Billy thanks Alpha for the help, but Alpha says he didn't do anything. Wait, doesn't Billy know who helped them? Yes, he does. This is ingenious misdirection by the Blue Ranger. The Dark Ranger's powers are gone, and what's more, Putty Rita has either been separated from the others or likely intentionally fled. Turns out that Zed was wrong since they both survived. Zed says he'll make the Green Ranger pay for this, teleporting away. But it might be a while for Zed, who collapses in front of his throne in the palace. I've had days like that. The Green Ranger returns to Promethea, where we see the Dragon Zord, I think, either being reassembled or refabricated. Grace admits that she wasn't sure what they'd do, but they put on quite a show. They remove their helmet, but we don't get to see their face. She tells them that they are on her team now. She has a few rules, and if they break them, they will pay the price. But if they can work together, they'll both get exactly what they want. And this story will be continued in Mighty Morphin #1. So, due to a fluctuation in my work schedule, I started work on videos early this week, and thus I read this issue and watched the Beast Morphers episode Grid Connection on the same day. And the two of them turn out to share an interesting little similarity. A long built-up plot device that kind of comes to a very sudden end. The Dark Ranger's arc was fun and entertaining to read, but it just very quickly stops here. We get really just one knockdown, drag-out fight between these two teams, and now it's over. Really, technically speaking, the Terror Zords were introduced and destroyed in the same issue. But thus do the threads of a brand new story begin. Lord Zed's obviously going to need some time to recover from this, and it just so happens we have a Rita Repulsa floating around out there. We have ourselves a brand new Green Ranger, but is it actually Draken? We would assume so. But why would the issue hide his identity if it was so obviously him? What is Zordon going to think of this new Green Ranger? What is Tommy going to think of this new Green Ranger? Lots of questions to be answered as the series moves forward in its new iterations. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue number 55, Second Chance, gets a 4 out of 5. Next time on a comically long review, we have another conclusion.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
Eclipta has managed to summon Dark Spectre, the Coinless and Draken's forces are waging open war on each other, and Jason has returned, taking back the power coins and resuming his old powers. See how all of that comes to an end in my review of Draken New Dawn, issue number 3. And that is going to wrap up another comically long review. Thank you, heroes, so much as always for watching. Now that the video's done, you can let me know what you thought of this issue, as well as my review of it, down in the comments below. And while you're down there, make sure you smack that thumbs up button and let me know that you enjoyed this video. Until next time, heroes, may the power protect you. Hello there, heroes. I'm the orange, guy that's a pumpkin. But everything that's happening right now happens in the book that is MMPR. That doesn't make any sense. The primary story on his name, the Mega Tiger, the Dark Ranger's arc